Happy Wednesday, and the weather today is pretty awesome. So I'm showing you guys how to make a delicious burger. So today's burger is actually inspired by our national dish in Malaysia called Nasi Lemak. So I'm making this Nasi Lemak burger, which is gonna taste amazing. There was once, I think it was around last year, like early or mid of last year, that it was such a hype. Like everyone is selling like Nasi Lemak burger. Even McDonald's in Malaysia, they have been serving like Nasi Lemak burger. Not just the one in Malaysia, but also the one in Singapore, which is quite amazing. Right, so I'm making two different versions of Nasi Lemak burger today. So the first one is gonna be the normal kind of non-vegetarian Nasi Lemak burger, and the other one I'm gonna use tempeh as a substitute for the meat that I'm gonna use. So we're gonna create a vegan kind of Nasi Lemak burger. So let's talk through the ingredients, what we need today. So for the non-vegetarian one, you will need a chicken breast. Then one chicken breast is enough for two person, by the way. And you will need the signature chili paste, of course, and a bit of salt just to season the signature chili paste with the chicken. Then right after that, you'll need some desiccated coconut, some peanut butter that you have at home. Then we'll need some eggs as well. And remember this one right here? Now these are actually, I'm not sure you can see it, sorry. These are actually anchovies. So these are actually fried the other time when I was doing Nasi Lemak. Yeah, so we need these anchovies. If you can't get hold of anchovies, don't worry, I have another substitute for you. So for the vegan version as well, you will need these. These are actually vegetable crisps. You've got like beetroot, parsnip, as well as sweet potato crisps in there. So you need to get the lightly salted ones, alright? Okay. Now let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to get the eggs done. Now before the eggs, by the way, let's do the chicken, because you're gonna marinate the chicken first. Now I'm using a it's kind of a large chicken breast over here. Now you're gonna do this by slicing it half. There we go. Gonna cut it open like a butterfly, but then instead of having them stick together, you're gonna cut them up. So there we go. So it's slightly thinner now. If you can get hold of chicken thighs, that works perfectly fine as well. Now I'm using chicken breast only because the entire burger itself is going to be quite juicy with all the sauces that we'll be adding into it. So now, once that's done, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to marinate with some signature chili paste. Now this is my favorite. Now because you've got one chicken breast, you'll need 2 tablespoons of signature chili paste. So let me just get a spoon. So just 1 tablespoon for 1/2 of the chicken breast, and the other tablespoon for the other, and that's it. Now you're gonna add 2 pinches of salt as well, and that's it. Now you're gonna just let this marinate for about 5 minutes. Then the next thing you want to do is lay them down on a tray and then pop it in the oven on 175 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Alright? But you need to keep checking on them, because sometimes of different temperature heat, as well as the different size and cuts of your chicken breast, sometimes when you're cutting it, you get a bit too excited and then you get slightly thinner ones and then a thicker one. So you're gonna make sure you keep an eye on it so that it doesn't burn. But I would say 15-20 minutes should be alright. Okay? There we go. I'm gonna pop this aside over here. Now I'm gonna go wash my hands. Just bear with me 1 second. You can start singing a song, by the way. Okay. Now that's done. Let's start with the slicing up the cucumber. So for the cucumber, I want to have them as round as possible. So just gonna go like this. Yep. Don't need a lot because you're gonna put this in the burger. Not too thick, by the way. So about this size. Okay. That's it. I'm gonna slice a bit more because I'm gonna use it for the vegan one as well. Right. So if you just joined me, I am making a Nasi Lemak burger for today's Wing It Wednesday. Yum. I love cucumber. Alright, let's just pop this aside. So, the next thing that we want to do is to fry our eggs. Now, the special thing that I'm doing is, I'm not making those English style fried eggs. I am making the Malaysian street food style kind of fried egg. So, what that actually means is that you need a lot of oil, enough to actually drown the egg. That's very important because you want to create like a bubble around the egg white, and then once it's done, it's actually very crispy. So let's do that now. Turn on the heat. Okay. Now, I would recommend using a small pan or something like the one that I have over here. This is a milk pan, by the way. So because the smaller it is, the easier it is for you to control. So make sure it's not too hot. Now I've got some oil over here, and I just pour that in. There we go. All right, pop this aside. Okay. Now while the thing is heated up, let's open the window so we don't burn ourselves and kill ourselves in there. Okay. By the way, I am using, oh, where's my buns? Yeah. These are the buns that I'm using. They are brioche. If you are vegan or vegetarian, you can use any kind of bread that's egg-free, right? So, let's try this. Let's make sure. Let's lower down the heat a bit more. Okay. Okay. Now, it should be hot enough. We're going to pop in the egg. So, see, the oil that I have is quite high. It's enough. It's about like half an inch high. All right. I'm gonna throw in the egg. There we go. Yeah, and then you'll splatter all over. Just be careful it doesn't hit your eyes. There we go. Oh, if you can hear me quite clearly today, it's probably because I've managed to fix the mic that I'm currently using. Okay, now let's just put this aside. Okay. Let me get a... Now, as you can see, from here by there, this is what you want to get. Can you see? Like the bubbling part of the white, egg white. This is gonna be so awesome in a bit. Let me just grab a plate, because we're gonna pop this on a plate. If I can find, okay. There we go. Now, I personally like my egg yolk to be runny, so I'm just gonna fry it for about 1 minute at most. And that is done. Okay. That's done. Let's take this away from the heat. Okay, there you go. Look at how amazing this egg is. So, let me just show you if you can't see it from there. Look. Ta-da! This is what you want, like the crispy edges over here. This is the one that I'm talking about, the street food style of fried egg. It's so good. And you know, by the way, the oil that I'm using is actually anchovies infused oil. So if you got those kind of infused oil in it, it's gonna make this egg taste even better. Like if you got like say a Szechuan peppercorn infused oil, or even say a chili infused oil, or even garlic infused oil, it will make the egg taste so much cooler. I'll tell you, like cooler. No, it's not the right word. It's tastier. That's the right word. Anyways, so that's it. Gonna set this aside as well. So, like I said, we're gonna make sure we pop the chicken in the oven in a bit. So I've marinated it over here. Now, just gonna pop this onto a tray and bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes on 175 degrees Celsius oven. Now, I've actually baked this before we started the video, just before we start, so it should be done by now. I'm just going to turn off the heat and leave it in there for a bit. Let me go wash my hands because I was handling eggs, and then we'll get ready with the burger. See, it's going to be very, very simple. Now to the part that I love most doing. Okay, I'm gonna just grab a plate. There we go. I think this isn't as pretty. Well, that's fine. Don't worry. So let's get a plate here. Now the burger. Okay. Now with the burger, what you can do is you can toast it, make it crispier and things like that, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm just gonna straight away add some peanut butter. Now the peanut butter is gonna be you're gonna use the crunchy peanut butter. Don't use the smooth one, otherwise it loses the texture that you want. So let's grab a big chunk of peanut butter and then spread it at the bottom. Then I'm gonna add a bit more on the top part. There we go. Just grab a bit more. I love peanut butter, by the way. I can just have it straight from the jar like that. And that's it. Okay, now once we've done with the peanut butter, next thing that we want to do is throw in a bit of desiccated coconut. There we go. Alright. Then let's put in the cucumber. Tastes so good. Okay. So we've got the cucumber, we've got the peanut butter, we've got the desiccated coconut. Then let's put the chicken. It's quite hot. So this is how the chicken looks like. Ta-da! It smells amazing, by the way. Let's just put this over here first. Okay. Let's see. Right. Make this smaller piece. Okay. There we go. Let's put it over here. Can you see? It's amazing. Then, what we're gonna do is we're gonna line the egg on top of it. Oh my god, this is so awesome already. Then, now, anchovies. For the anchovies, because I don't want them to be so chunky, because if it's like this, you might just get the sharp end just hitting on you, especially when you're eating a burger. I like it to be fine. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw it into my pestle mortar here. In a bit. Then I'm gonna grind them or pound them. Oh my god, it smells so good. Okay, there we go. This is our anchovies powder. Now, before we add the anchovies powder, now it's really, really important that you add another full spoon of signature chili paste in the middle. I personally like it really saucy and a bit more hotter than usual, so I add a bit more to it. There we go. Then comes the final part. You add in the anchovies powder. Look how amazing it is. Oh my god. My mouth is watering right now. I'm gonna bring it over to show it to you. Look at my amazing burger. This is my Nasi Lemak burger, by the way, people. Are you hungry yet? You want some? Okay. So, just gonna flip this over, cover it up. Look at how amazing it is. Now, can I eat it now? Of course, right? Okay. So, how am I gonna eat this? Okay. Ready? Oh, look at the egg. Damn, it's dripping all over. Oh my gosh. I need to show you this. Can you see the egg yolk? Look. I'm not sure if you can see that. Can you see it's dripping out? Oh my god, this is so good. Yeah. Alright. Gotta stop doing this. Now, let's move on to the vegan version. Of that side. Wash my hands again. Now, in case you don't know, I'm quite a germaphobe. Yeah, like my house is super clean, and these days, oh my god, because once I wake up, I get to work, and during lunchtime, I usually take about an hour of break, like not doing my work anymore, other than eating. And right after that, I'll look at my house and then say, okay, I need to clean this up. And right now, my house looks like a hotel. It's so clean. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Do you know what? Oh! Hang on, I just saw you guys throwing in some questions for me. Let me just start off with Lorraine. Just tuning in, no idea. Oh, this is actually Nasi Lemak burger that I'm making. Nasi Lemak is like a traditional Malaysian food, a staple national dish in Malaysia. So Nasi Lemak is actually made out of coconut rice, and you've got condiments like eggs, anchovies, peanuts, what else there is? Cucumber. Yeah, those are the four main ingredients in that. And then today I'm making a special version, which is a Nasi Lemak burger. So instead of rice, I'm using a brioche bun with top up with some desiccated coconut to bring out that nice coconut fragrance to it. Let's see. Oh, Renee, my best friend. You love peanut butter too. Where can you? You can get the paste via Ocado or on our website or Amazon, and we still deliver it to London and everywhere else around the UK. It's gonna take a while because we recently just got off the phone from Royal Mail saying that they have a backlog of work, and apparently there's a delay of 2 to 3 weeks due to lack of manpower. So if you can wait, I really appreciate that. So thank you very much. Right now, oh, Jun Lee, he wanted to. You should be sleeping now. It's like midnight in Malaysia. Okay, let's start doing the vegan version. So it's very simple as well. Now instead of using eggs, so we're not going to be using any eggs, and we're not going to be using any chicken. Instead, we'll be using this one. Now this one, look. Do you know what this is? This is actually tempeh. Now tempeh is actually fermented soybean. Now in Indonesia as well as Malaysia, this is quite a popular dish or ingredient. So we usually make this by deep frying it and then just top it up with some sambal or chili paste, or you can actually just barbecue them and it tastes amazing. So it has got like a nice meaty texture to it. In terms of taste, it tastes a bit like a milder tofu, I would say. Yeah. Anyways, let's get started. So for this one right here, I am going to use our rendang paste to marinate the what's this again? Tempeh. That's right. Oh my gosh. So, gonna cut it to about half an inch thick. Not too thin, but not too thick as well. So this thickness, okay? And you want it to be like this chunky shape as well. Don't cut it any thinner. So it's gonna be using two first. Okay. Now, I've seen people eating this raw, but I really wouldn't recommend it because I don't know if it's safe or not. In Asia, like in Indonesia, I've seen people eating it raw, and probably they've grown up eating it raw, so they are okay. Their stomach could handle it. But if you haven't eaten this before, I really recommend it to cook it first. Okay, so let me get a bowl to marinate this. There we go. Okay, so 2 slices of tempeh. I am going to use about, there we go, about 1 tablespoon of rendang paste. That's it. Okay. Now, don't add any more oil to this because there's rapeseed oil in the rendang paste itself. So same goes for the chicken, by the way. So if you're making the grilled chicken, don't add any oil to it. All right. Now, just marinate this. You don't need to marinate for very long. So just about like for 1 to 2 minutes, it's fine. Add 2 pinch of salt as well to your tempeh. There we go. Ah, it smells so good already. There we go. So if you've been to Malaysia and you've tried the vegetarian kind of nasi lemak, they actually substitute the sambal belacan, which is the signature chili paste, with rendang paste. Okay, and that's it. This is how it looks like. Okay, now let's get started with the pan frying them. So, okay. Now it's okay if you burn the tempeh just a tiny bit, okay? Because you want to get the charred flavor as well, so it's perfectly fine. Okay, so let's see if it's hot enough. Oh, it's almost there. Okay, so let's just pan fry this. There we go. Okay. Oh, by the way, let me show you something. See what I've got from the supermarket yesterday. Ta-da! Do you know what this is? This is actually muli. Muli is also known as daikon or white radish in Asia. So it tastes a bit like, you know those British radish? It's not as peppery though. It's slightly sweeter as well. A bit like carrot-ish, but yeah, a mixture of a radish, like a British radish, and carrot, but a milder version. So this is amazing with in a broth or the soup. Awesome. So I'm quite lucky to be able to get this. Just bear with me. Okay, so I am making my. Oh, there we go. I am making my tempeh here, just pan frying my tempeh. Ooh, it's amazing. Look, it looks like grilled cheese, no? You can see it from over there. Okay. Junli, have you found out how to make tempeh? Because I'm still waiting for you to share that recipe with me. I have no idea how to make tempeh. My mom did made a failed one because it's not easy to make sure that the soy actually stick together. And sometimes with because you're playing with mold, it's quite dangerous if you don't know if it's safe to eat or not. So I would usually just buy it from a reputable vendor. Okay, just pan fry it up. Now, while it's pan frying on low heat, so I'm just gonna bring this back here. Okay, now let's put this aside. Let's do the bread. Let me get. I'm running out of beautiful plates. I really should like. Ooh, amazing. Okay, now with the bun, let's add favorite peanut butter. Okay. You know what? I'm so happy that in the UK they sell peanut butter for so cheap. You can get them like in supermarkets for 1 to 2 quid at most, like those normal brand ones, those supermarket brands, of course. Sometimes it's only like a quid. So in Malaysia, let me tell you, growing up, peanut butter is a luxury. Peanut butter in Malaysia sells for about £3 minimum. Yeah, and these days I think it's even more. So yeah, for a small tub like this, it's a luxury in my own. Okay, let's see. Ooh, nice. So this is the type of color that you want from your tempeh. A bit char on the top, it's fine, don't worry. Okay, there we go. Then same thing with the vegan burger. We are just gonna add a bit of desiccated coconut to it. There we go. All right. Okay. Now, I'm gonna just give this a nice press. Make sure it's fully cooked. Ooh, it smells so good. Anyone wants to be my neighbor? Yeah, I have really good neighbors. Okay, so now this is done. Just gonna leave it there for a bit while I line up the cucumber. Let's cook. Then let's add in our rendang tempeh. Oh, yummy. Okay, let's put this aside first. Sorry. Okay, rendang tempeh is done. Now, what's next? So, since we don't have an egg or anchovies, we're gonna use crisps. These are vegetable crisps. I've got like beetroot crisps here, parsnip, and sweet potato. Yeah, just get the mix back. If you can't get hold of this, don't worry. Just use normal potato crisps, like lightly salted ones. Right? Make sure it's lightly salted ones. Okay, so just crush them with your fingers and then pop it on top. And then, okay, there we go. Then add a good dollop of your rendang paste. Okay. Now, if you want it to be even more special, add satay paste to give it more flavor. But I'm just gonna add rendang paste on it. Okay. There we go. And since I love my burger to have that bit more crunch, I'm gonna top it out with some more different color ones. See? There we go. Just a tiny bit more. Okay. Let me show you. Look at how amazing is my Nasi Lemak BURGER vegan style. Yeah. Even if you're a meat eater, you will actually find this really, really delicious. Now, time to eat. Before we eat, let me see what it's got to say. Yep, that's a huge radish. Favorite, call my mom. Well, you can try asking her. She, I think she used banana leaf to actually wrap up the soy, and then right after that, I don't know what, maybe she added too much water and then it just crumbled apart. Let's see, what other questions here? Could you make this with some kind of tofu? Of course! If you're making it with tofu, make sure you use firm tofu. Don't use those soft tofu because those are for soups. Use firm tofu or extra firm tofu. Same method, you're gonna marinate it with some rendang paste and then just pan fry them. That's it. Alright, there we go. I'm so excited to try this one out. Okay. You ready? Tastes so good. Let me show you how it looks like. See? Oh my god. So this is a tempeh. It looks like this. Yeah. To be fair, this one tastes almost the same as the non-vegetarian, non-vegan Nasi Lemak burger. So good. So, Easter weekend. Guys, make this at home. You really, really need to try this. Right? So, can't go out, don't worry, just make this in your garden with your family. That's it. Easy as that. Right. I'm gonna continue eating. But before I go, just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And if you got any last questions, haven't even had breakfast yet. Oh my god, you haven't had breakfast yet? I can share it with you virtually. Anyways, thank you so much for staying with me, and I shall see you this Easter. No, it's not Easter. It's Good Friday, right? This Friday for a special edition where I'm gonna make a really, really exciting food using this guy right here. See, pineapple. Yeah. Have you heard of that song that I've got a pen and pineapple? Let me find. Oh, come on, I need a pen. I don't have a pen here. Damn it. So it's like meant to be. Anyways, I'll show you that song on Friday. So make sure you join me on Friday on what song I'm gonna sing to you with the pineapple and the pen. Alright, see you this Friday for our Friday night dinner. And today what I made was a Nasi Lemak burger. If you tried it, share with me a picture and tag me in. See you next time. Bye bye.